Hey guys, it's me, Courtney from Know Your Produce, and today we're making my homemade roasted red pepper and tomato soup. This soup is so good. It's not just your regular tomato soup. It's got roasted peppers, we have roasted garlic, and also some roasted onions, and then a few herbs and spices. We like serving this with croutons, fresh bread, or even grilled cheese. So all you have to do is roast the veggies, and I'm going to show you how to do that, and then you put them in your Vitamix and blend it up, and that's that simple. Let's go. So now I like to slice my tomatoes into quarters. So when I'm cutting them, I leave in the seeds and all of the guts. I just leave it. It adds flavor to the soup and also adds more to the soup. And then the only thing I really do discard is the little bit of the stem that is a little bit tough. Sometimes in the blender it doesn't get all the way blended up, and then you can get those hard bits in your soup. So I just like to remove those while I'm chopping my tomatoes. And then for the peppers, we're not going to be using the seeds. I actually like to just cut up the whole entire pepper and get as much of the pepper off as I can. And then we're not really wasting much. We're just basically tossing away the top and the seeds. You could even use the bottom, so don't throw those away. Then we're just going to cut the onion into 4 big chunks. You don't have to cut this into little bite-sized pieces or anything. Just remember, we're roasting this, so bigger, better. Now that we have all of our tomatoes and peppers, onions chopped up, we can get them ready for roasting. And I like to use a whole bulb of garlic, but we write 4. You can use as much as you want or as little as you want. There's really no wrong or right amount of garlic. So now I actually put some parchment paper. You can also use Silpat or even just use your pan. And then we're just gonna massage the tomatoes, peppers, onions, and garlic with a little bit of avocado oil since it's a high smoke point. We're gonna be roasting this at 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're gonna roast it for about 35 minutes. And that is like the perfect amount of roasted for us. We don't like to char it too much. You could also put it under the broiler. So now we're using our choice of dried herbs. I'm using basil, oregano, table salt, as well as black pepper. And now you could also use fresh herbs. Just remember, when you use fresh, you're going to want to use more than you would of dry, because dried is more concentrated, so less dry, more fresh. And if you want the full written recipe, you can actually find it in the description below, where we have everything linked, and you can even print it out so you can go to grocery shopping or even just have it on hand when you're making the recipe. So after we add these in, you can also add in some heat. My family likes a little bit of heat. So for heat, I'm using crushed red pepper flakes, but you could also use some cayenne powder. I'm also adding in some water, but you could also use vegetable broth. The reason I'm using water is to keep the sodium content lower so baby can enjoy it as well. Now to puree our soup, we're actually using our Vitamix blender. It purees the soup beautifully. And then we also recommend, if you don't have a Vitamix or a high-speed blender, you could also use an immersion blender in a saucepan, or even try your blender and see how it does. But the Vitamix makes it so smooth and rich. And then it's still piping hot, which is ready to serve. And I love how easy it is actually to pour right out of the Vitamix container. I could just pour it right into the bowls, and it's super, super easy to serve. I'm gonna go in for a bite. So good. I love this just like this. So we hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you with another delicious recipe soon. Bye, guys. Yeah, I ate the whole thing. It's that good.